Got a 2016 Chevy Malibu. So the battery is over here. We're going to install an amplifier using the line out converter made by Scars. So I try to use the rubber boot that was in there. As you can see, the rubber boot is up here. So you either make a big hole right there, but what I'm afraid is I can make a hole right there. I use a blade and do that right there, but then you got another boot in the back. Another thing you can do, you can pull this out, but for me that's too much work, too much concentration. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a hole right there. I'm gonna drill right underneath here because I just looked at it right there, and the brake cylinders over here. So I'm gonna do right there, right underneath of that. So to run the line out converter, I'm gonna be using right there, this is the left rear. I'm gonna be using the green as positive, green black is negative right there. Try not to get confused with this seat belt chime or whatever thing is, sensor or whatever. The green is positive, green black is negative, and I'm going to use a T-tap. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to use the blue as positive, so I hook up the blue to the green, and then the clear one I'm using as negative, so I'm going to put the green to the black. I'm going to run it back here, put everything back. What you want to do, you want to put all the plastic first and then the rubber in second. You just basically push it to the side, like it's going to be downward like that to get it all back in. If not, you're going to have a tough time spending many hours on that. Right here we're gonna make the ground right there, and we sand it really good, and you're gonna have to put 2 screws in there. You cannot put one. You put one, it's not gonna work. And what he did is not tight enough yet. See? So yes, one more, just like so. That way it won't move. There's another way you can, if the amp is really big, you gotta, there's another different ways on my channel. You can go check it out. I'm gonna try to put it in there so that way you know the difference between the grounding. So now what you do, you run the power to power, ground to ground, and remote. We're gonna use the line out converter, and we're gonna run the speaker wire to the speakers. So I gotta put everything back together. I'm gonna show you that he used a Score SKE2 lock. That's a lot of work right there because you have to use a small flathead to get this thing in there. So you're gonna have to have power. This is a battery plus all the way to the power right there. You see 12 volt right there, and then you got the remote out from this line out converter to the remote out here, and then you got to run the ground with it too. That's just a lot of work. It's small, so it keep coming off and everything else. And then you got the speaker wire from the left rear to go here, positive, negative to negative. And then you got to run the jacks up here to there. And then his line out converter, I'm gonna just put some zip tie right here to make it look cleaner right here. And then tie right there and crimp it using the cable wire, cable tie, and tie it right there to make it look pretty. Right here, you want to tap this outward, and then the other side outward, and push it out this way so you can get to the power. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way to do to get this power done, hooking this piece done in there. So I think what I'm gonna do, this is a thicker wire that go all of this. This is all power. I'm gonna use a 10mm, loose this, and put this underneath there, and then I might have to make it run it down here for the power, or I might have to make cut a hole right here a little bit right there so I can run to that, or well, it's not or, it's got to be a way. I'll find out. What I made a hole right there using a drill bit, a bigger one, maybe a 1/2 inch will work, and then loosen this and tap this here, and then just put the wire loom right there to make it look pretty. That came with it, and I'll be checking on the sound. Able to close it back right here and run the wire loom there and make it look a little bit clean. And this job is not made for clean. I mean clean. It is clean, but it's not clean like you do competition. So if you're gonna do something like that, you're gonna spend hours, then your labor is gonna be a lot more money, and you're gonna spend a lot of more time. Even for me, doing this one, I spent almost 2 hours on this one because of the hard part was trying to figure out how I'm gonna run that power wire through. But now, since you watch my video, it's easy for you. Don't be surprised if you turn it on, it doesn't play. You need to put on audio. See the bottom audio right there? It need to be turned on the audio, not remote in or DC. It's got to be audio, okay? That's how you're gonna get sound. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna remove this clip. There's two clips, this clip and this clip. This clip is hard to get out. You have to push it back right there. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna have the cameraman coming over here, coming over this side. So now you can see, if you pull this like this, you'll see an amp right there, okay? So you wanna cut this blue, purple and blue out right there, the purple and blue. So this tape is really thick. You can just push it out and be able to cut. When I cut this thing, I don't cut it right at the end over here. I cut it about 3 inches past. And that's it. That's how you remove the ANC.